Today is gonna be a new video, and it's a holiday today, 1st of May, so I decided to make another video since I have free time. Just wanted to show you another mug from my mug collection. This is AC/DC Highway to Hell. It's the newest mug, just picked it up in a store, just a beauty. Another mug in my collection. So, I have come across something very interesting, and I decided to make today's video. Since we had a very deep discussion about Paul McCartney's Soviet Union Russian album, and there were some certain things left unsaid, unclarified. Something like government numbers, and somebody wrote me in a comment, what does it mean? So I decided to show you another Russian albums, Soviet albums, which are exactly from same factories, exactly the same rules, just another album. But the same rules apply. Since I don't have the example of Paul McCartney's Russian album, I have the example of A Hard Day's Night Russian album. And on this example, I will show you what these certain things mean. So, the first thing, I have 3 different copies of A Hard Day's Night Soviet album. Now, the one that I have here, I'm going to start with the simple things that you already know, and then I'm going to get a little bit deeper. I want to strengthen that you, to make sure that you really understand what I mean. So, first of all, I have here, it's written Rishsky, so it's from Riga. So this is the name of the factory. Here it is the price. Okay? Now, how can you tell if this one is the first pressing, and this one is the second? How do you know? First of all, the only one with the dark blue color is from Tbilisi, from Georgia. That's the only one. So, looking at that, you know that it's Georgia. And exactly it says here. It says here, Tbilisi. So it means it's from Georgia. And here it's a place for the price. But if you compare these two, the printing of the price is different. So each factory had its own printing. But still, it doesn't necessarily mean that this is the second pressing. How do we know that this is the second pressing? By the following. If you look here on the back, there is no credit for the cover designer. And if you look here, there is a credit for a cover designer on Russian and in English. So this one already indicates me that this is the first pressing. Now, let's go to the third one. This one is a unique one because, first of all, it has the pictures mirrored and it is a gatefold. The only factory in Soviet Union that did this thing, that was Aprelevsky, that we already talked about. Aprelevsky had the single edition with mirrored pictures, with the right pictures, it's 2 options. Then we have the gatefold with mirrored pictures and right pictures. So it's already 4 options from one factory. I have gatefold with mirrored pictures. Okay? Okay. Now, this is the first indicator. Which one is the first, which one is the second? This is the first, this is the second. Let's go to the labels. Now, as we all know, the first time ever this album was released in Soviet Union, that was 1986. And looking at the label, we see here, I don't know if you can see or not, here it says 88. Yeah, here it says 88. And it's a red label. Now, if we take the other one, this one is also red. But this one doesn't have a line, as you can see. And if you look closer, here, yeah, it says 80. You see? Now, what does it mean? That was the government stamp that was used in order to indicate the specific period of time. So, when you have 80, that means it was released between 82 and 86 or 87, I remember. Now, if you have 88, it means it was released between 88 and 91. Okay? So, by two options, we already know that this one is the first Soviet pressing of this album from 1986. Okay, and in order to explain my example even more, I want to show you on this gatefold option. Okay, gatefold. If you look here on the gatefold, which is the white one, and this one has number 80 here. So which means it was released in 1986. No later than 87. I'm gonna show you another example. With another example. So, in order to explain further, I'm gonna talk about the album A Taste of Honey. Now, I also have two separate versions, and one of them is coming from the double one, okay? So, since we started to talk about the double, which is released in 86, I want to show you the this one. This is the A Taste of Honey from that set, and this one also here has written 80 with a line, but with different color. So in one set, one factory released two different labels with two different colors. And now I'm gonna show you the other separate single versions. So this one is from Riga. This one has a very interesting label, colored label, but this one, first of all, does not have the line. Let me zoom in, yeah. So this one doesn't have the line, and here it says also 80. So the period of time is from 83 till 87, which means it could be 86, which is the first pressing. Now, all of you out there who have Paul McCartney's Russian album with 80, that means you have the early version. Now, and talking about the later version, this is from Tbilisi, and here it has 88, which means it was made after. This is a second, later pressing. So this is a very good indication to where to start, how to professionally and deeply distinguish your Russian albums. And also here it says how many copies were made and what number it is. This is on Tbilisi design, and this one on the same place but a little bit different design. So, and the thing that I came across kind of lately, this is John Lennon's Imagine album, but without a cover. But it's very interesting here. This made in Aprelevsky, also in the Moscow region. But this one was made in 76. And you can say it by the number which is here, 73. Not 80, not 86, it has 73, which means it was released in 1976. But unfortunately I do not have the cover, so I cannot show it to you. But this is a good indication and good start. So, thank you very much for watching. That was a little bit addition, part 2, to my McCartney Russian album video. So I hope this will strengthen all the knowledge that you have. Thank you very much for watching.